Hello, I'm Lowell Martin, and this is MCC Today. Gotcha!
Find your wings. It's more than just a hashtag.
It's the power of knowledge in our state-of-the-art classrooms.
It's skills training for a competitive job market.
It's the best nursing program in the state.
It's home runs, buzzer beaters, and the thrill of victory.
And MCC walks it up.
It's not just a hashtag. How do I know? Because I found my wings.
And we are here with the wonderful Miss Deborah Nettles. How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
You know, wonderful, just
Great.
wonderful.
You're always wonderful.
Well, you know, you are one of
you're
my
always
favorite people,
wonderful.
and I always have, I
You're
have a lot of
kind.
favorite people on campus, but I've known you forever and a day.
Thank you. Yeah.
In many, wearing many different hats. But right now, your official title is what?
Career and Retention Advisor.
Okay, Career and Retention Advisor. And you pretty much handle a certain area of the school, right?
Right.
Which is what?
Advise students in career technical education programs that are in the business division, industrial division, and emergency services. So it's a lot of programs, 28, 29 programs. But the easiest way to remember is that I work with the programs that are not health related or nursing.
Okay.
That's
okay.
the easiest way.
If
So it's
okay,
not
if it's
health-
not health related or nursing, then that's
Yes.
what you do.
Yes, that's
okay.
true.
And you do a wonderful job with
Thank
it.
you.
So
You're
anybody
kind.
comes
You're
in
kind.
and they will say, "Hey, I am interested in such and such welding."
There you go. And that's industrial.
That is industrial, and you have all that
Yes,
information.
that is true. And yet there is a gray area in a way, because emergency management, you know, those are health related still. So I
Okay.
do advise students that are in the EMT basic,
Okay.
paramedic, fire protection, and emergency management. So again, paramedic is health related,
Right.
but it falls under emergency services, which would be one of the areas that I advise.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Now, how do you, if someone comes in and they're like, I really don't know what I want to do, and they're talking to you, what do you tell them? How do you?
That's the fun part, because we see a lot of people that have no idea what they want to be when they grow up. And
Okay.
of course, I'm still trying to find what I'm going to be when I grow up. But I tease them that there's some things I look at. You know, years ago we did some career assessments, and I have a paper assessment that I have in my office, which is an interest inventory.
Okay.
And they can just, you know, answer the questions as to what they like to do, things they enjoy, things they do not enjoy. And then the assessment always talks also about personalities and things. So when I talk to somebody, I ask them what they enjoy doing. Do they see themselves doing that all day or every day? And that's when you can really find out if that's something they want to do. And then you get some students that are interested in 2 or 3 different things, and some of those students are the ones we see that change their major often.
Yes.
We'll just say often. But it's fun when they're trying to find out what they want to do.
It really is,
it's
and
fun.
it's so. I love, you know, when the students come in and they're just so, and there are so many possibilities. As always, you know, there's so many things that they can
Right, that they can
go
do
into
or learn about.
or learn
Yeah,
about,
yeah, that's
and
right.
we have students who. They have gone through a program and they went out and worked in it for a while, and then they're like, you know, I decided I want to try something else.
That's true.
And we're the place to come.
We are the place to come. And the best way to find out, I always tell them, talk to somebody in that field, and that helps. So a lot of times if a student's interested in a program, I'll send them to the program coordinator or to the instructor, where they can tell them what to expect every day, what it's going to be about, and even what the job market will look like, because that's important. You know, you don't want to go into something that 5 years from now is going away. Or
But oh my goodness, I have been listening to some of the salaries of like the welding. Oh my goodness, they make some kind of
make
money.
a lot of
And no, it
money.
is a difficult job. There's
And it's dangerous.
and it is
It
dangerous
and
You-
hot. Yeah. You're
but
holding fire.
You are holding fire, but some of the bonuses
Yeah.
that they get.
There's some great job opportunities in welding,
Yes.
commercial truck driving now. We
That's
see
another one that is
right.
that program is going gangbusters.
Yes.
It is always
We've seen a
full.
lot since the pandemic, definitely a lot. And then still a lot of need in the business side. I do want to
Yes.
definitely tell people about that. The business and office program, you can use that program for any skills if you're working with computers. Then we have those that are looking into network cybersecurity, software
Yes.
coding. Those are
Yes.
hot areas.
Yes.
Media production. These are the folks now. A lot of people are doing podcasts and doing a lot of YouTube videos. So we see interest in those areas too. So I do want to make sure we talk about the business division too.
Well, now have things changed? How it's sometimes it's interesting to just kind of sit back and go, that's unusual. I wasn't expecting that. Do you ever do that? Where you're
Every
like,
day.
Wow.
Every day.
But you do, you've got the Division of Business, which has a huge number of programs
Right,
under
right.
it. The division, you're not with the health education. You don't do
Right,
that.
that's going to be another advisor, and nursing is another advisor.
Okay.
But we're looking at the flyer, and the flyer is everything on the left side in the bottom corner.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, are those. So in the Division of Business, you've got graphic design, which is a hot area.
Truly is. And
Cosmetology.
We have such a
lot of
great
it.
graphic design
We
instructor. All of our instructors are
We
so good.
do, and I saw him on TV the other day. He's doing some things in the community that's
Yes.
pretty exciting.
Yes, I actually had we had him on the show recently,
Mm-hmm.
and yes, and I've already convinced him to do some stuff in the new
there you
Student
go.
Success Center.
Very
So
good.
we're like, I need you now.
He's a very talented young man.
Yes. Now, if someone needs to get or would like to get in touch with you, how do they go about
Yes.
doing that?
They can call or email. If they call, it's 601-553-3404.
Okay.
Or email, which is dnettle1@meridiancc.edu.
Nettle, not the
Dnettle
S on
without
the
the S, drop the S and add the number 1.
Okay.
At meridiancc.edu. And there's a link on our website. They can go to our website and click from there.
Should a student complete an application before they try to get in touch with you?
They can. A lot of people do not.
Okay.
Sometimes they go to the website and they find out, to contact us. But either way, if they contact me, I'll encourage them to go ahead and do their application, so we'll have them on file. But some already have their applications, and then they start shopping and they find a major.
Oh my
And
goodness.
then
And we
it's
have a
always
million
fun.
of them.
There we do. Yeah, we do. But the fun part is when they get to the end, they graduate, and then you find out they're out making money, doing something they enjoy. And that's always fun.
Do you see many people in the community that come up to you and say,
yes.
oh,
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
I saw you.
Don't go to Walmart. Yeah.
I'm the same. I'm the same.
There you go, or the grocery store, yeah. But it's fun to know that we see them out there, and we see them working, we see them shopping, we see them living.
Yes.
And it makes it all worthwhile.
It really does. And I tell students all the time, education will never hurt you.
Right.
It will never hurt
That's
you,
right.
and it will affect you from now on.
That's true.
Well, give your the number and your email again,
Okay.
If you don't
I
mind.
will. Phone number is 601-553-3404, and my email, dnettle1@meridiancc.edu. And just want to tell people, still we have summer classes. It's not too late. If you are looking for a summer class, make sure you talk to us. Our in-person summer classes, term 2, will start July 5th, and then we have online starting the end of June.
Okay, so still
it's
lots
not
of
too late.
classes
Not too
available,
late.
and you can do it.
Right. And August 15th is when fall classes start.
Yes. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you. Enjoyed it. Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Meridian Community College. For more than 75 years, we've helped students soar. Establishing the first tuition guarantee program in Mississippi, we put our students first, while creating pathways into the workforce and offering a seamless transition to a 4-year degree. Now is the time to find your purpose and register today, because those who move forward never get left behind. MCC, find your wings.
And we are back, and we have the wonderful Miss Bethany Bratu. I said that right?
Bratu.
You're Bratu, okay. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing well as well. Now, your official title is?
Support Services Proctor.
Okay, so what do you do?
So I work with all of our students who receive disability support services or classroom and testing accommodations here at MCC. So any student that has any sort of disability, whether it is mental, emotional, learning, physical, they are encouraged to seek out accommodations with us so that we can, raise them up so they can compete at the same level as our traditional students.
Now, community college is different from K through 12.
Yes.
Because K through 12, they basically seek the student out.
Yes.
But in community college, the student has to tell us that they need those services.
Yes, the student has to self-identify.
Okay.
And we can be told by an instructor, they're like, hey, there's a student that I think could really use your services, and it's like, that's great. Please encourage them to come see us. Because we can't just pluck them out and say, well, we heard that you're having a tough time. No one likes to hear that.
No.
And so we encourage instructors, other staff members, even like the coaches. If you've got a student that's having a hard time, you can send them our way. Even if they don't maybe qualify for accommodations, we can still refer them over to Weems Community Mental Health or Psychology Associates, because as an MCC student, they get 4 free visits every year to those 2 facilities, and their insurance isn't billed. We don't even know that they go. We just know.
No one has to know.
Yeah,
MCC
MCC just gets told that 7 students went in the month of May.
Okay.
That's it.
And I tell students in my class all the time when I'm talking about this, I'm like, nobody's saying you're crazy, but sometimes it helps to talk to someone. Just to talk to someone outside of the situation.
Exactly. They bring an objective viewpoint. They can give you some advice that your friends don't. Your friends are invested in you. Your family is invested in you.
Right.
Someone completely outside of it can look at it and say, well, did you ever consider this?
Yes.
And they know more. They're trained counselors. They're licensed. They're there to help you.
Now, one thing, because the student here has to self-identify,
Yes.
but they also, I think it's very important to know that this is not like an overnight process.
No, it is not.
So, if you want support services, you really need to give about how long before the support services are available to them, because there are documentation issues
Yes.
that students have to do.
Yes. So we encourage everyone to, before they even start class at the beginning of the semester, to come see us to see what we need. We're in the process of updating the website and getting all that information on the website. Right now it feels a little cloak and dagger, but they just need to, at the moment, reach out, see what's needed, and we can give them that pertinent information, such as their evaluation, an evaluation report by a properly certified or licensed professional in whatever field that they're diagnosed in, that type of thing.
And it has to be relatively recent.
Yes,
I mean, it's not like
within the last 3 years.
Okay, I was about to say, it can't be like 5 years ago.
Yeah, so students it's more of an overnight process for students that are fresh out of high school and they have an IEP or 504.
Okay.
They already have that documentation, so that is sufficient documentation for us.
Okay.
Because it's brand new, it's updated yearly.
So they could just bring that in with them.
And we can usually get everything taken care of in one day. And then once we get all of the forms signed and we've met with the student, it takes 48 hours for accommodations to become active, because that gives us time to send it out, and that gives your instructors time to make any modifications to their classroom setting or tests that they need to.
Okay. Now, what type of testing accommodations are available to students?
It's very dependent on the needs of the student, but the main ones that we generally work with are extended test time, which is time plus 1/2. On rare occasions, we can also do double test time for specific cases. No unlimited test time. And then we do individual or quiet testing, small group testing in a quiet area. So we are very fortunate to have a very special area in our e-learning facility where we have 10 individual rooms for a student to sit and take their tests, and I monitor them. I oversee all of that testing. I coordinate test times, test days, everything with the student one-on-one. And then students who have the appropriate documentation could also request their test be given orally.
Okay.
Or they could request paper tests only so they can mark things off, versus a lot of teachers now use computer tests.
Right.
So it really just depends on the needs of each student. They are customized for each student because everyone's needs are different.
That's true. And let me stress again, because you said this earlier, it is to level the playing field.
Yes.
This is not to give anyone an advantage
No.
or disadvantage, but it is to try to make it as level as we possibly can because of their disabilities.
Yes.
Okay.
So if we have a student who has ADHD, then they have a hard time focusing. So taking them out of a classroom test setting where there's 20 other students who are all tapping their legs, pencils, fidgeting all over the place, getting up and leaving once they finish, that's very distracting. And so we take them out of that, we put them in a room by themselves where they can just focus and not have to worry about, oh, everyone else is done, I need to finish and rush through. And that could potentially hurt their score, whereas now they can take their time, so to speak, and just focus.
And they have no distractions. They're in that area. You're making sure that everything is above board. You're making sure that everything is as it should be. What a great program that we've got here.
Yes, we're very lucky to have the facilities that we do.
Yes,
most colleges, I believe, in the state do not have the room set up that we do. And I'm very fortunate that we have that because I have a job. But we get to work really one-on-one versus other places. It's really up to the instructor to do all of that. So having to fit into the instructor's class time schedule and their office hours can be difficult. Whereas my entire job revolves around meeting these students' test needs and getting their tests completed.
And you want to have you want them to take their test approximately the same time the rest of the classes.
We try to do that when possible, but because they have their extended time, they may not be able to, so we may take it that afternoon instead.
Okay.
But we always try to get it done within that day or the day before, day after, so that it is completed by the time their next class meets.
Okay.
Or the class meets again.
Okay, okay. A lot of things available here. Now, how long have you been doing this?
I've been in this position for almost 3 years. It'll be 3 years this October.
Wow. Has it gone by fast?
At times. Sometimes it's a little slow. This past semester was because we didn't have our Disability Support Services Coordinator.
Right.
But we are very fortunate to have a new Disability Support Services Coordinator. She just started yesterday.
Yes.
Her name is Jeanette Howell. So students that are in need of our services are free to contact myself, Bethany Bratu, or Jeanette Howell.
Okay. And I'm just going to say, you know, on a personal note here that, you know, I'm always amazed when I see you to see what color hair you're going to have. Or what color nails you're going to have.
The hair and the outfit. I'm hiding my hand. I broke a nail yesterday. I'm very upset. So I'm hiding a hand. But the outfits, the hair is what I'm known for.
You know, if I had more hair, I would
I
would
can
be
get you
going
hooked
for,
up.
well,
We can work with what you got.
Probably not. But thank you so much. Well, listen, I want to thank you for being here today. I
Thank you for
appreciate
having
giving
me.
us all this information.
Yes, sir.
And hopefully we will have more people taking advantage of the service
We
that
get
we
a
offer.
few more every semester. We always have the ones that graduate or some that they transfer to another school if they don't complete their associates here. But we always get a couple more every time. So we stay about the same level, sometimes just busier than others.
Yes, that's how it always is.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back.
Not essential. Never let anyone tell you that again. Never doubt your abilities to make a difference. How do I know this about you? Because I'm a teacher. I am the one who will push you harder and farther than you could have ever imagined. Teach you things that you never thought possible. And if you will give me 100%, then I will stand shoulder to shoulder with you, and together we will change your future. MCC, find your wings.
We are here with the absolutely amazing Daniel Etheridge. How are you today?
Oh, I'm doing amazing.
As always, doing amazing. Now, how many years have you been here at MCC?
I want to say this is, I'm going on, because I was here before and then I left and now I'm back.
Right.
I think I'm going on 10 years. So.
Okay, 10 years this time.
This time, right. So it's been going great. We're so excited about everything. All of our students making such great progress.
They really, yes.
And just really doing amazing work.
Now, you are in charge of the graphics design program. Am I
Yes.
correct? Am I saying that
Yes,
correctly? Okay, you're also a lead instructor, or the instructor.
Yes, the graphic design instructor for the college, for our program. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, you have been doing this for a number of years, and I know, I'm just going to say, some of the work that they do is absolutely incredible. It is amazing. Getting these students ready for going out and being graphics designers and doing in multimedia, many different venues that you prepare them for. But yours is a 2-year program?
It is a 2-year program, and when they leave the program, there are so many fields. The graphic design industry is such a vast industry, and there's so many jobs that can encompass. So there's a multitude of opportunities waiting for these students when they leave the college.
Now, if you have a student who's like, I want to go to college, but I don't really know what I want to go into, how can you catch people who might be good graphic designers?
Yes.
How do you know, like if you know, how do you know, and you can tell them, well, hey, why don't you try my program?
Yeah, definitely.
What kind of people do you look for?
Oh, let me tell you.
Gamers?
Well, gamers are really good. We love gamers.
But not necessarily, it doesn't have to exclusively be gamers.
Exactly.
Okay.
No. Anybody that's a creative type, a person that loves to draw, that loves to think outside the box, a person that loves to come up with ideas and develop and brainstorm and to create. That's the main thing. If you're a creative mind, if you have an entrepreneurial spirit about yourself, if you want to have a challenge every day, if you feel, if you don't like working on the same thing every day repeatedly, that is usually the person that could possibly be a graphic designer or work in the graphic design industry, because it's such a wonderful field with lots of different opportunities, artists, creative thinkers, the range, computer, if you like working on computers, if you like working on new projects, if you like to come up with ideas, it's
yeah. Well, do you have to be good at computers?
No, not necessarily. It does help.
Okay.
As we say, we love it when people are
But you're going to
already
teach a lot of that.
Oh yes, definitely. And everything we do, we meet you where you are. We don't expect you to come in here and just be this amazing Da Vinci artist. If you are that great artist, you've got to develop that skill. You've got to nurture that, and you've got to be in an environment where you can do that. And at Meridian Community College, we do just that. We meet the students where they are, and we take them way high. So that's what we expect.
Well, now, are there many prerequisites to get into your program?
Well, you do have to have a specific score on your ACT and Accuplacer, and I think some of that may be being adjusted or something.
Yes, I think they're redoing some of the stuff now.
Right.
Yes,
but you do have to do that. So
okay. But any classes that you have to have taken before getting into your program?
No.
Okay, so if someone is interested in your program, what does this person need to do?
Okay. Well, they need to come to the college.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one thing, and then possibly set up a schedule with a meeting with Deborah Nettles. She's amazing. She will walk you through the entire process, or any of the counselors. But Deborah will probably end up being who you see, and then from there, you would possibly schedule a meeting with myself, and we will talk about your career goals, what you want to achieve through your college experience, and we will go about every means possible to help you achieve those goals.
How many new students do you accept each fall?
Yes, every fall we accept 16 students, because that's how many workstations we have, and we have state-of-the-art, top-of-the-line equipment. And
your new area,
yes,
your new area is amazing.
It is.
Absolutely amazing. Are you thrilled to be there?
I am beyond thrilled. We have everything. We have Cintiq tablets. We have brand new computers with amazing graphics cards. There's no waiting, no delays, and we have an amazing seating area. We have coffee. We have you name it. It's like a studio. It's almost like an ad agency. That's almost the first thing to say. It looks like that.
You're getting them ready for.
That's right, to work in that industry, in that field, where they can, we have a meeting area where we can meet with clients. We have an area where we can do creative work, and it's just really is the ideal setting for learning and becoming a graphic designer.
Do you only accept new students in the fall, or can students start in the spring?
That is one thing. We do have a very specific path that they take, so we only accept students in the fall.
Okay.
And we usually are full. We're not full at the moment, but usually by the first of the year, the program is full. So I would tell everybody, please, if you're interested, sign up today.
Yes.
Or at least let us know that you're interested, and then we can kind of reserve a spot for you.
Okay. Now, once they finish a 2-year degree here, are the job prospects good?
Well, yes. I was going to say you can go on to Indeed.com and you can just look for graphic designer opportunities, and you will see there's like hundreds of pages. And local, there are a limited number of jobs locally, but there are always jobs in the graphic design industry available, and that's everything from a creative director, somebody working, doing signs, someone creating t-shirts, creating ads. There's freelance opportunities, and there's entrepreneurial opportunities. You could work in the film industry, you could work at an ad agency. I mean, it's so vast, and we do cover a lot of that. And if you wanted to get into animation or 3D modeling or special effects or the film industry, you could very easily transition into that line. So.
Can students take their 2-year degree here and go to a 4-year university?
Yes.
And expand on that?
You definitely can. And we have the new BAS degree, which is a transferable degree where you'll be able to get your bachelor's degree combined with this associate's degree, so you could actually have 2 degrees once you exit, education if you wanted to. So, or you could keep going and get you a master's if you wanted, or get you a doctorate. We would love that too.
Just as go as far as you want to
Yes.
go. But the thing is, if you have a spark of creativity, if you have, this might be the program for you to look at. At least come down and talk to you about it, and
We'd love that.
And see. Can you give us your phone number so that if anybody
Sure.
who's interested?
Definitely, and reach out to me. I am available all the time. I'm going to be checking my messages. So I'm at 601-481-1312. That is my phone number.
Okay.
And if you'll leave me a voicemail, I'll definitely get back in touch with you. If you want to shoot me an email, that's fine too. And
I've known this man many years. He will definitely do
Sure.
that. What's your email address?
My email address is DETHRIDG, and I hope Matt and everybody can flash a
Yes.
list, at meridiancc.edu, and hopefully we'll have that on screen as well.
Thank you, Daniel.
Okay.
I really appreciate you
Thank
being
you,
here
Lowell.
today.
We appreciate you.
We'll be right back.
Since 1996, the MCC Foundation Tuition Guarantee Program has provided students an opportunity to find their potential. Thousands of students have benefited from the program. Over $6 million have been invested in the students who learn and live right here in our community. This program is funded by individuals and businesses who believe in our students, our families, and the economic impact of an education at Meridian Community College. Now is your chance to offer support. Give today at meridiancc.edu/give.
On behalf of executive producer Matt Milner, media specialist Josh Taylor, and me, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you soon.